The question is not did they defect or not.
I like that statement.
Like he said, in the writ, they declared that they had defected for reasons best known to them. The last time we looked at the reasons they stated, they said funds due to them were being withheld, and they also cited the situation of the Secretary General of the party making communication difficult. But we are aware of what the Constitution says with regards to the windows through which party members, office holders under parties can carry out defection. Yeah. But there is a bigger problem here that the PDP official has stated. The bigger problem of the governor assenting to an 8-point agreement, which, like he said in his Christmas speech, Christmas address, he had started implementing side by side the constitutional provision which PDP is holding on to. What do you think could be a meeting point of that 8-point agreement and the Nigerian constitution and PDP's demand? Like PDP says, nothing has come to Wadata Plaza, which is where the PDP secretariat is, Abuja, and therefore they say they maintain their own status quo, being that those 26 no longer hold seats in the House of Assembly representing the PDP.
That's quite an interesting narrative. In fact, like what the National Legal Advisor of PDP enunciated, I agreed with him in some and also disagree with him in some. The area I want to disagree with him is Tinubu having the right to intervene as the chief security officer. Intervene, is there any issue of insurrection in River State? That's the only way, the only place the president can intervene. It's not when there's a political disagreement. I said it here, I think last time I came, that we are not running a monarchical system of government. And this is within the ambit of the party to manage their affairs. If Party A is in charge of a particular state and there is internal wrangling within that party, the party should exude that capacity and capability within the internal conflict resolution mechanism to resolve issues. It's not for maybe the president who is from another party to begin to interfere. The constitution is clear in all these things, where the president is even the commander-in-chief. If not for the fact that we are running a quasi-federal system of government, the state that is the subnational ought to have their police force that will also manage certain internal security issues and crises. But where there is insurrection, to the magnitude that the state governor cannot handle, now the commander-in-chief will deploy soldiers, federal soldiers, to quell that such situation. And that is to that extent, that is where the power of the president lies. And also maybe all that are within the exclusive legislative list. He does not have any power beyond those things spelled out in the constitution. Well, coming to the issue of defection, the constitution is quite clear. You don't need to be a lawyer to know that. If constitution is sitting for only lawyers, then the rest citizens cannot be subject to it. But the constitution is sitting in the language that everyone should read and understand and know, one, your duty and your obligations, your responsibility within the Nigerian state, where it should ensure that you obey the law, and the consequences if you flout the law, what it will be. And those things are written for people to be guided. And the section under reference, section 109, is quite clear to the blind. You see, and there is no internal problem within PDP. that a secretary that went to contest for governorship of Imo State lost the election, why his position has already been taken away before that election? What is he going there? Because somebody is behind to create problems. If you are sending message to the National Working Committee, definitely it's not the secretary address it to. He addressed to the national chairman of the party.
Right.
And two, in the absence of even the secretary, there's assistant national secretary of the party. So the alibi their profile is neither here nor there. They can hoodwink the gullible and not people who are enlightened. So by that session, automatically the lawmakers, they have lost their seats. I want to say this. Many people are going to court to challenge certain actions. Similarly, I was in a radio program somewhere a few days ago. I said for similarly to want to implement that so-called 8-point resolution, that the ADC-led National House of Assembly should commence impeachment process on him. Because it's illegal. He had breached the constitution.
Right.
Yes, he had breached the constitution, and they should commence impeachment process on Fubara. I questioned, why is it that they left the 9-point? The 9-point that would have been in that resolution is for the defected lawmakers to return back to PDP. Why did they leave that out?
Right.
You know, why did they say, okay, commissioners' list should be resubmitted, budget should be resubmitted, this should be done, but allow the lawmaker to defect?
Right.
What kind of sense? Does it make sense? It doesn't make any sense. And they want to do things based on political correctness. It cannot add at all.
Right.
So, beyond Wike and Fubara, the people of River State should rise up to the occasion and ensure that this inanity we are observing in our democratic culture, political culture within the state does not stand.